this is Charlie from Charlie's Awesome World of Adventures, and welcome back to the review circle. To celebrate 60 years of Spider-Man as a comic book character, and 20 years since he made its big screen debut, I thought we'd look at the first ever Spider-Man movie. But it's about a boy called Peter Parker, who was bitten by a radioactive spider on the field trip after the murder of his Uncle Ben. He decides to use his powers for good, to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and might have to put them onto the test in order to defeat a new foe for the city. So I've been wanting to see this film for a while. I was going to watch it back in January, but then and there was a show we like watching, which we put on. Oh yeah, I wasn't able to finish it. Yeah, so I watched it on Saturday, and I do see why lots of people like it. And this is actually a really good stop Art and Sam Raimi film. So let's take a look at the characters. Hold on, let me just sort this. And the sun's really bright today. So let's start with the characters. To begin with the Spider-Man himself, Peter Parker. At the beginning of the film, he's like he's the best example of an awkward nerd. Who's not treated fairly along his peers, and is often bullied and picked after he got his Spider-Man powers. Was what he did. It's used them for pretty questionable reasons. He soon decides to use his powers for good to protect the city. And remembering what his Uncle Ben said before he was killed. Oh, as for the rest of the characters, they would even be there to support or Peter or Spider-Man, and or be like Harry, Peter's best friend, and who suffers from daddy issues, and Peter's love of interest, and Aunt May, who encourages Peter to do the right thing, like his Uncle Ben, and as well as J. Jonah Jameson, who is Spider-Man's biggest attractor. And then there's the Green Goblin, aka Norman Osborn, or as head of Oscorp. Norman puts out of his employee, and does show as a good father figure to Peter. However, when the Goblin takes control, he can be a murderous villain using his attitude, so he doesn't lose his job. At any cost. Even if it means defeating the new superhero of the city. As for the actors, I'm not sure how I feel on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. He's not a bad actor, he did offer a good performance, but it's just comparing from him to Tom Holland. I felt Alec Holland did better. But then again, I still need to watch the other two Maguire films, and then the two Andrew Garfield films. So maybe they'll change very soon. I mean, William Dafoe is able to do a good Green Goblin, but not as much when he has to be Norman. So yeah, the actors are a bit of a mix, but the characters themselves are pretty strong, just like the story itself. It is true that it isn't perfect like Peter himself at the beginning. Yeah, but it can have its problems. There's not. What I think I'm not a huge fan of is how the story does really take its time. You really want to get into the elements for a superhero film, but it's pretty slow of getting into it. And it can feel a bit slow pace. But when it does pick up, that's when the film gets really interesting. And the execution does really help with that. One thing that keeps this exciting as a Marvel movie is the heart. Yes, a good thing about any superhero movie is the action. But it's the heart that the eyes with the characters. It's like how Peter has to realise Meister met S's younger Benny and gave him before, or he was or how his friend and supported him and helped him out with that, him out at cost. And then there's as the saying Uncle Ben gave before all passing away, with great power comes great responsibility, which actually does work up as a pretty good model. While you might have great power that you hold, it's important to take responsibility for your actions and realise that you may not always be in the right, and it's important to always do the right thing, which the film handles excellently in my opinion. And then there's the visuals. I think in '66 that if you want action in a superhero movie, you'll get it. Now I think in '66 that as a 2002 movie, the visuals are a bit dated. Not by much, but some of the effects do feel a bit off. But however, that's my only complaint with the visuals, as I feel like this film was a solid looking feature. With the effects, it really does show with Peter's powers, but and Green Goblin's in tech, as they would echo how they can be used. Where Spider-Man can use his web powers for good, and how Goblin can use his powers for medicine purposes. It also does show how strong all the action it is. I'll talk about it in a minute. But what really helps the action scene is the setting. Sure, we've seen New York many times in a movie before, especially a superhero film, but the way they embrace the city is having it being portrayed in a way that we've never actually seen New York in film before. It's actually handled really well. Also, not nice big city that is full of crime. And crime fighters with it stop them. Speaking of which, I think it's safe to say that the true highlights of the visuals and this movie are the action scenes. Say what you will about the dated effects, but the movie uses them to its advantage to show off some strong moments. From fights with the Green Goblin to when Peter's running from danger to an intense climax, it really keeps the action exciting and the pace at a nice pace. Nice and quick. It then gets you invested to see what will happen next and how will Peter need to get out of the next sticky situation. So overall, as a superhero movie, it's not the best, but as the start of a superhero trilogy, it actually starts off really well. Spider-Man and starts off the Sam and Raimi Spider-Man film in a strong and actually really well done way. While the acting is a bit of a mix and it does start really slow at first, it does make up for with a pretty strong and engaging story, a great moral, some pretty good action. action, really likable actors, and some nice visual effects. Like, I wouldn't say that this is a must watch, but if you are a fan of superhero movies, especially Marvel ones, then I would recommend it. And to see how Marvel films really got their start. Yes, there's been Marvel films before this one, but Spider-Man was the movie that showed how Marvel can be a strong competitor. Which is safe to say that Spider-Man fans are definitely going to have a good time with this film. They'll see the origins of the superhero coming to the world on its first time on the big screen. It really doesn't show how Peter's grown, and how Spider-Man has grown as not just a comic character, but a movie character as well. And that's enough to give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time on the reviews. Next week, where since Minions 2 is coming out next week, I won't just be reviewing the first Minions. I'll be reviewing the first 2 Despicable Me films as well sometime next week. To see how they hold up. I've already reviewed the first one, so I think it's safe to say in for a good time. I will just shred it with the rest of them, and I'll see you next time. Bye.